Hi everyone, it's Louise from 805 Soap. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a clear base that I've melted and we're going to turn it white. I have an extra clear base and I need a white base to do soaping today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use two things. We're going to use rubbing alcohol as our liquid to dissolve it. And then we're going to use titanium dioxide mixed with water. There's two kinds of titanium dioxide. One is mixed with water and one is mixed with oil. And today we're going to use the one that's mixed with water because it works, in my opinion, better than the one with oil because it doesn't lose any soap suds or it doesn't compromise the base when you use it with rubbing alcohol. And the other product that we're going to use is some cornstarch. So let's say you're soaping and you have a white base, but you don't have any titanium dioxide because you didn't buy any. You could substitute a little bit of cornstarch to make a white base. So today I'm going to show you how to do that. And in my containers I have about 60, I would say 50 to 60 ounces in here. So I'm using about 2 teaspoons, one of titanium dioxide and one of cornstarch. And we're going to make those with 70% alcohol. Alcohol will, it's not like water when you mix it in a base. It will, what do you want to say, like disperse. It will go away in the base. So you want to put quite a bit in there to mix it up and to make sure all the lumps are out. And I take a popsicle stick and I'm just going to mix these up till a slurry. And so if you're working with a clear base and you don't have any more and you don't want to buy any more and you're in a pinch, either use cornstarch or use titanium dioxide. So I'm just going to take the titanium dioxide and I'm going to pour it into the container. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to squirt all of this in here to get it out. You might say that's a lot of alcohol, but you know what? The alcohol is not going to do anything. It's going to totally disappear in there when you use it. And we're just going to take it and we're going to stir it up. Okay? Now stirring it up, you can see it's still not dissolved enough. It's kind of still milky white. It's not even white. So what I do is I take a stick blender, handy dandy stick blender, and we're going to stick blend this. Keep it in there because you don't want air bubbles and you don't want bubbles. So I'm just going to take this, if I can turn it on, and mix it up. And once I've mixed it up, you'll see that it's turned white. So hitting it with a stick blender is really important. What it does is it incorporates the titanium dioxide into the clear base much better when you hit it with the stick blender. Okay, so now we're going to do the cornstarch. I just flipped it all over me. And cornstarch is a little bit more milkier. I might have to add a little bit more with it because it's not as strong as titanium dioxide. But if you don't have any, this is a second best. And yeah, that isn't enough. I added 2 teaspoons, and now I'm going to have to add a little bit more because it's still milky. So we're going to add 2 more to this. And what happens is when you spray it with the rubbing alcohol, it doesn't clump in the base, and that's what you don't want. You don't want clumps in that base of white because then that's gonna, it's just not gonna look right when you start melting it and pouring it. So make it a paste, you know, similar to this. It's a paste. It's like a slurry. And then pour it in there. It still isn't as white as the titanium dioxide, and I'll show you, but it'll get away with it. You can probably end up getting away with it for a little bit. It will be a little bit more milky, but it's not as white as this one, as you can see. Okay, so that's an experiment. So cornstarch really doesn't, it'll get a milky color, a milky white, and it'll keep you, you know, it'll give your base a little bit of a milky color, but the actual titanium dioxide is actually going to turn that white. So, like I said, this is how you take a clear base and you turn it into white if that's all you have. Cornstarch works not as well as the titanium dioxide, and I do suggest using the one in the water. Anyways, have a great day. Bye.